If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets to hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super under center song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash.
Just cash.
Hey, Mr. Goat. Hey, what's up?
Yo,
What's up, Mr. Goat?
what's good? Welcome back. Hey, what's good? Welcome back, fam. I know we had a little late night stream last night. Saw a couple of you guys caught it, first thing this morning as well. Much appreciated. Love all the likes and support. What a start to the day, man. Last 24 hours have been outstanding. We had a little small blemish on there before we hopped on, but still 9-1 right now. My goodness, what a leader.
Just gunshots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is for all the bunk bookies who thought they could defeat us. Guess what? You can't.
Nope, not today, not today. What's good, fam? Welcome back to Just Cash. Here we're breaking down a little bit of college basketball, getting our, final stretch of the season here, and oh my goodness, it has been overwhelming to say the least. So many games every single day right now, and for some of these guys playing the third leg of back-to-backs, it's a lot of action going on though, and I think we've made quite the best of it. Got a revenge on Sturts this morning. Oh my goodness, felt so good about that. And we even called it last night. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for a little bit because they did pull the props down I think like 30 minutes after we got off the stream last night. For whatever reason, they reworked the boards on basically every site. And we talked about it yesterday. Sturts, man, I felt like that 4.5 line was like a 3 or 5 unit play. And kind of sad I didn't go with my gut, but I am glad that we doubled down on him, chose 2 different lines, and, sweat-free into the game, 1 rebound.
And the other cool thing is we did post his under PRA that also hit. So we did have three little wins with him. That's cool. That was too high too.
Yeah.
We didn't really notice that until we got off stream.
Yeah. I mean, and that was, after they even had his points bumped down from 23.5 to 21.5. So felt like those were just good looks all around. And this game ended up being a lot closer than expected, but still, shout out to Big Brucey, man. He put the team on his back, played really, really good basketball. Got hot in that second half, and just kind of ran away with it from there. So love to see it though. Love to see these competitive games. Again, we talked about it on the last couple of streams, but it's been a surprising amount of underdog teams that are taking over in the first rounds of this. So pretty impressive. Love to see it. And hey, that's what March Madness is all about.
Yeah, dude. We've been waiting for these matchups, and those green bars behind your head is what was accomplished from having these good games, man. It's awesome. I know yesterday we even worked with what we had and still came through. That juke and that DeBonsta play was great. DeBonsta especially. That was just too low, regardless of the West Virginia defense. 24.5 for that guy. Come on, bro. Just give him the ball. They can't do anything. They couldn't do anything. It didn't look like West Virginia. I mean, it's a little better than... Who was the game before we scored 40? They really couldn't do anything. That was bad. But even yesterday,
I don't even remember that's how that was.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing we got to move away from a little bit is Houston. That's like the only team I'm worried about. They can probably at least maybe hold them to 20. I don't know. Ayo's here. He says, "E the GOAT." Legendary duo. That must mean me too. Yep. Or is you and a goat? I don't know. But either way, we love it. And we love you, Big Ayo.
I'm pretty sure that's the dynamic duo that's been here.
One pushes the gunshot button, one pushes the plays. Old 3932 says, "Let's get it." He was here last night, I believe, and yesterday afternoon. So,
yep, getting in on some good action. Love to see it. Love to see it.
I think he was saying he was liking the under rebounds, and yeah, they've been doing it for us. I know Dick's fucked up, asshole, but you can't win every bet. You know, some of these rebound plays are gonna still be good bets, but they're just not gonna hit. But most of them have hit, and I think we'll continue to hit in the right spot. So let's do it again. I see 2 more right behind your head.
Yeah, I mean, we can't be too mad about that. You know, there is a variance to it. Like, Diggs, for example, he had 2 rebounds going in a half. We were looking fantastic, and then he pulls off, back-to-back rebounds, literally the next play or consecutive plays. And then he had 3 rebounds in the first 3 minutes and only ended the game with 1 more after that. So, just one of those situations where shit happens, and unfortunately didn't happen in our favor, but can't be too mad about the other stuff. We're definitely making up for it. So if the worst we're doing is 9-1 right now, then my goodness, I hope we're making some money off of that.
Exactly. I can't be mad about that either. I'm actually very happy about that. I'm actually very happy because college basketball is my favorite thing to watch. And now we are also making money watching something amazing. And also, the team we bet, the soccer team we bet, got a red card, which means it's going to be tough for them now. So we hedged, and if you want to get it in, you can. I'll send it to you. It's up to you.
That's okay. That's okay. We're not going to mess with the karma. I at least paid for that bet with shout out to Underdog, throwing out a lot of extra boosts and stuff today. I know we had a couple people see that was available. I think there was like 250 or two different college boosts or something like that, and then they had a free boost with a tennis pick. It was like a $5 minimum, and then one with a golf pick as well. So you should have some kind of access to a boost today on Underdog.
Unless you are me and you and others who do not have the fun boosts and streaks. But we will be back soon with new accounts. And we have 9 likes so far, E. I think we need 6 more likes for that good luck to keep rolling.
Yep. 15 at least is our marker. And hey, I will say shout out to y'all again. Last night we had 20 likes on the video, and I was quite happy to wake up and see that in the morning, because make sure honestly, everyone getting a chance to see it, get some kind of action on these games. With the games being early too, can kind of be a bit different from the schedule. So love to see it. And again, appreciate y'all's support as always. And like that video if you made some money. Make sure and hit that button for us.
Yeah, and old 3932 throwing out a rebound prop as well. So excited to look at that after we look through these plays you got.
Yeah, so let's talk about our Purdue matchup here. A recent rematch they played, I think, just 2 games ago. Yeah, 2 games ago, Northwestern and Purdue. Now, we know it's going to be the Martinelli show. I mean, he's been getting some help from his supporting cast, but just, man, that guy is unbelievable this season. That little left lob shot that he does, that little push shot, I mean, that shit is almost unstoppable. But the rebound matchup for guards, though, in particular, not so great. Northwestern's been pretty decent at limiting a lot of different players, and we've seen it over the last basically 2 months now. Hoiberg, I would say a bit more of an exception. I mean, you can see as you can see here, his line was at 5.5, so he is more of a frequent rebounder. Plays more like a small forward, if you will. But everyone else, I mean, Lamar got super lucky to get that 5th rebound. But I mean, the majority of these guys, even with some of the higher volume rebounders that we've had, I mean, Wilkerson this last game, I know we picked on him there for this matchup, but only ended the game with 4, so a bit of a fluke for him to go over the first time. They're just not allowing a lot of it. They don't really play at a high pace, so there's not that much of an upside. I think it's pretty neutral for both teams. And more recently, I mean, we can see that Lawyer in particular hasn't even come close to this. I mean, just barely getting 2 rebounds a game, even with high or low minutes, hasn't made much of a difference. But just another one of these we're looking at and trying to figure out why is this line at 3.5, because he's been at 2.5 pretty much all season long. It's a guard, so there is a variance to it, yes, but still, I mean, looking at a majority of the season, on a good day, he's getting 2 rebounds, and I mean, that's what he ended with this last time. Not really sure why this is a prop exactly, especially for the full payout that it was last night. That was, I mean, basically the full payout. It was what, 0.92 or something?
9.4, 9.4, and there's no there's 2.5 now. So if you can find it for 3.5, it's tough.
It looks like that is only available right now on BetMGM. I know Underdog just completely removed his under rebounds, period. Like, it doesn't go up anymore. It's just 2.5. So we locked in some pretty insane value with that. Hopefully you guys were able to get it in, but 2.5 makes a hell of a lot more sense. 3.5, just, a full point higher than what it should be. So I'll take my variance. I'll take my chances. And for that kind of payout, I would definitely love it for a minute. So we got that one locked in. And then his wingman, another prop that we're just like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. He played pretty well against him last year. I will say he did get a couple of fluke rebounds at home also, but most recent game, I mean, same thing for him, had 3 rebounds, caught a few of the long ball passes, but he's going to be out there on the 3-point line chasing the guards around. So, I mean, there's not really that more of an upside for him to just snag rebounds. I mean, if he's being a ball hog, that can be kind of obnoxious, but we have seen Oscar play a lot more minutes the last couple of games. I mean, that's something that's been really lackluster for Purdue over the stretch of the last part of the season. So the last 2 games, I mean, he's been really active and cutting down on a lot of rebounds per teammates, and opportunities and what have you. But also TKR. I mean, he's been playing really well lately. I would love to see him stay out on the court more so, because that really, really cuts down on the rebounding for both of these guards here. So assuming he doesn't get into bad foul trouble like he did last time, I mean, that was the only reason he wasn't out there, and large part also why either one of these guards had multiple rebounds. I do expect TKR to kind of keep the hands in check. Just let Martinelli get to the lane, and if he makes a shot, he makes a shot. But you can't be playing aggressive, because that did not work out against him last time. But yeah, I think way too high.
Yeah, they're both too high. This matchup, and we were talking yesterday about them too. It's just, the total's a little bit up there as far as, I mean, it's actually average, but I think the only thing that they're adding here is the idea that it's do or die games. Well, pretty much. They really want to win. Both these teams really want to win. So I would assume their minutes are going to be up there. Braden's usually around 40 anyways, but I would assume he plays 40 today. And maybe Lawyer plays a little more than normal too. I think he's like a low 30s guy. So that might have been the reason too. But either way, I mean, we see they both bump down a little bit. Is Braden still 4.5? Might be. Or is he 3.5?
He is at 4.5 on a couple of different sites. I mean, Underdog did remove it earlier, but they did add it back. I believe on Props Builder, and 365 had it earlier, but it might be removed by now.
Yeah, 4.5, man. It's still out there. It's a good play. Definitely a good play.
Yeah, they just They tinkered with the payout a little bit more on Underdog, unfortunately, but at least it is still an option. And again, if you guys got boosts and stuff to run with that, that'll help out a lot with the payout. So don't fret. There are options. There are still options.
Yes.
I'm looking real fast to see if 365 still had it, because I forgot they actually had Lawyer up there earlier too.
Yeah, he dropped.
So they're both still available on Bet365 right now.
Okay. Weapon X18 Strikers here. He says, "Hello, boys. What up?"
Yo, welcome. All right. Yeah, I mean, just in closing with Braden, yes, he's going to play a lot of minutes. I would expect somewhere between 37, 38 minutes here, unless they blow him out, which would be spectacular, because then we could see the starters rest a little bit earlier. But I think he's going to be needed a lot more on the offensive side of things. And for him, he'll catch a few rebounds here and there, but he is going to be the main guy to set the offense. So he typically is kind of hovering out in the free throw area a little bit more often than not. But he's going to be chasing the guards around. I mean, that's really what worked for them this last game. We saw them play really, really good wing offense. Surprisingly, they normally don't take a lot of threes, but they got to get the guards in the game. It cannot be all Martinelli. So expecting that to continue, and I think Braden probably ends with 3 rebounds today, maybe 3 rebounds.
I like it. I mean, we could get blasted, and we could get L's, and we could get frustrated, but it's definitely a good play. So things you just put money on and walk away. I mean, you could watch if you want to stress, but I mean, these are those type of things. They're investments. They're just good places to put your money, and you just chill. And if you want to watch a guy not get a rebound, be my guest. But yeah.
Well, also, I mean, just whenever they're offering us full money for it, it'd be one thing if we were waking up today and then catching, value that's like this, then we might be contemplating that a little bit more, like, do I really want to play, a 0.82 or 0.81 or something? But when we get full money for it, when those props hit, the payout's just all the more sweeter. So that makes, I think, the decision tip the hat a little bit in the favor of it.
Yes, sir. And guys, if you haven't hit the like yet, we would really appreciate it if you did. We're trying to get to that 15 number so we can get our good luck. Keep the good luck rolling, because we have been on a streak, and I believe it will continue. We have another whole big slate of games tomorrow, and we will be back tonight for another live stream. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do that as well. And we will be back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Now, as far as plays, we did have a majority of our stuff already kick off this morning. I think we had 4 plays already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting the old stinker here. So most of our day is pretty well kind of wrapped up, but we still have these 2 options here, and I think we were looking at some other mid-tier possibilities. We did post AJ's RA 11.5 last night, also 12.5 all with Hot Streak. I will say shout out to Hot Streak, still having some of these options to go under, kind of huge in these situations. So if you guys aren't on there, make sure to check it out. And if you need a referral code, hit us up down below. We'll get you hooked up with that.
Yes.
All right. So
and I'm writing these in on those mid tiers now. Do you want to? Well, we can talk about it when we get there. In fact, we'll see if we want to bump them up or not. When you start talking.
Okay. Let's answer a few questions right now. See what you guys got, and then we'll move on. I think we'll talk about big tiers here for a second. Mr. Reed.
Oh yeah. I got to put him here in the mid tiers at least, if not half unit. Old 3932 says Prize Picks dropped Braden Smith to 4 rebounds. Would you still take it? Or dropped it at 4 rebounds. Would you still take it? Under 4?
Yeah, I mean, I would still consider that, honestly. Like I said, I'd be surprised if he even gets 4 rebounds, but you're playing for the push a little bit more so. I mean, there is that, but him getting 5 rebounds, I think we feel pretty confident on not happening. So could get 4, but I don't think he gets 5.
Okay. And then he says, Leger, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Jones, but we know him. Rebound props. That's interesting. I want to see what he's looking at here, because we know the matchup is quite scary.
Oh yeah, Big Lachai, man. He's been low key one of my favorite players. Looking back to last year, he is a bucket. He's definitely been playing more elevated minutes. I mean, foul trouble was a bit of a thing, and also some blowout situations. Very very tough matchup. I mean, he really struggled the first time they played. He did play full minutes, so I mean, surprising he didn't get into really massive foul trouble. I mean, he ended the game with 4 fouls, but still played 32 minutes, which, as we can see, is pretty much a normal game for him in a competitive environment. Now the rebounds, a little bit scary because it is low. I mean, he's definitely adjusted. He was 6.5 for a large stretch of this period here, and I think he even got it to 7.5 at some point during this stretch. But he should be at 6.5 rebounds. I will say, did struggle in this matchup. I mean, he's going to see a little bit of on courts matchup wise, the Cameron Boozers, if you will. But I do think that now with them not having Patrick and also losing Caleb, kind of muddies up the water a little bit here. The other center, something Brown, I cannot remember this guy's name, but he did play pretty well this last game. I got to give him credit. Yeah, Malik Brown. No. Go back.
No.
He played pretty well this last game. Got into a little bit of foul trouble, but he's not bad. The prop for Jones, what was it? Sorry, points or rebounds?
Oh, rebounds. It just says rebounds. It doesn't say under or over, but I'm assuming he's looking at under. I could be wrong. I assume under, though, because he's been talking about liking unders with us.
Yeah. I would guess under. See, Price Picks already moved it down to 5 flat, which that makes sense. It's not an easy matchup. I mean, not an easy matchup. They've been really limiting these guards on rebounding opportunity. I don't know why I was thinking of the other player that has very similar name to him, that he's a center, but yeah. To guards in particular, I mean, they don't allow a lot of rebounds at all. I would say, honestly, kind of look off Malik Thomas. I mean, he plays a lot more like a small forward, like Hoiberg, like I was talking about earlier. He gets a lot of spike rebound games. Sam Lewis, the same thing. But, I mean, you look at a lot of these traditional guards, and, I mean, at best, they're only averaging about 2 per game. So, he's had some favorable matchups, too. I mean, some pretty bad teams they played against, like SMU, bad, no defense, really up pace. I mean, Cal's been pretty horrible lately. Georgia Tech, I'm kind of surprised that he got that many, but I mean, you look at some of the more slower and actually elite defenses, especially inside the paint. Miami, Clemson, Pittsburgh. I mean, these are all 3 very comparable defenses to Duke here. I'm not too mad at it, man. I mean, these are some pretty favorable games that he was able to get there. But.
And we're at what with him? 5.5?
Yeah, 5.5.
Now,
I do think the line is fair. I will say
6.5 is 0.73.
Is it?
Yeah, like the 5.5 is 0.85. But you can drop it a whole nother rebound to 0.73. That's playable now on Underdog. It's playable if you think it's slightly leaning towards the word lock, which we don't like to use. But if you feel comfortable with 6.5, I think the 0.73 is playable.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the 6.5. I like I said, I do think the 5.5 is a very fair line for him to have. But they did limit the guards really bad the first time they met. I mean, one guard had 3 rebounds, and that was off the bench. But everyone else, I mean, 2, 1. That's not bad. I mean, I would probably expect him to cover Evans on the other side again. So, I mean, with Evans lobbing up this many threes, he's not really going to get that much opportunity to snag a rebound. So, assuming baby Boozer doesn't come in and just lob up a bunch of threes, that would be a little bit concerning. But if he's chasing around Evans again, I don't mind this at all.
Looks good to me. I mean, anything against Duke that makes some type of sense is something to definitely look at. And if you can, the difference between 5.5 at 0.85 and 6.5 at 0.73, that sounds like some good insurance there with that extra rebound. going against Duke.
Yeah. No. I'm not mad at either one of those lines. I think that's a pretty sharp call because this is one of your, last 5, last 10 lookies that you would see and be like, oh, he got
Perfect.
there in these
Yeah.
good matchups.
Cal and Georgia Tech. I don't know about SMU much, but they all seem about average. They're definitely not great defenses that are gonna stop rebounds.
Him getting 6 against Houston is a little surprising, I will say.
How many minutes?
But
did he
yeah,
play?
I mean they played 33, so more of a season high amount.
He is gonna play 33 again though in this final game. Could be final game. Probably is final game.
Yeah, he's easily playing 30-something minutes. I mean, there's a real chance they could get blown out. I was quite surprised that they were giving Duke the business last time because I think they were even leading at one point in the first half, just shooting the lights out from 3, but game ended up kind of flipping at the end there. But I'm quite surprised the spread moved from 18.5 to 16.5. So I mean, books are kind of thinking that they hang around here, but they got to draw up something a little bit different to slow down McRae on the other side because I mean that was really the only reason it ended up being a sweat at all the last time. If he's not hitting that many threes, or if the team just in general not hitting that many threes, I don't think this is going to be a close game at all. Just out of curiosity, I wanted to see how many threes they hit because it was some like astronomical number in the first half. Yeah, they went 14 of 30 from 3, and I think they had like 8 threes made in the first half alone. Yeah, 42 points. They went into half tied.
Funny.
Still pretty impressive.
Mhm.
Pretty impressive. I'm curious how many 3-point attempts that Duke will actually take now. Foster isn't the biggest volume guy, but he is still a high volume 3-point shooter. And now with Sarr moving into the lineup, I mean, we do have that to kind of offset with, but Malik Brown not going to shoot any threes at all. So assuming we just get a tight rotation from Duke here, I mean, I think the 3-point volume from Duke, maybe we're looking at 25 3-point attempts here. So overall volume should be on the lower side.
How tall is Jones? He gets a decent amount of rebounds for a guard.
He's 6'7". I mean,
Okay.
he's not the smallest, but he just, I think, has a little bit more has more ball awareness and just, plays that role a little bit more.
Ball awareness. That's nice.
So a few red flags, but I do think overall this is a good matchup for it, for sure.
I like the 6.5. Might have to play that for show. Nice call. Oh, 39-32. Appreciate you. If you want to write it on the list
Yes,
in the
sir.
leans, we can. If not, we don't have to, but you tell me. I'm putting Yaxel in here. I'm filling up our leans list.
Yeah, I mean, let's at least get it on the leans. And, I mean, you never know. Sometimes we might circle back to it and be like, maybe we felt some kind of way about it initially, and really doing a deep dive or going down the rabbit hole, we see something that catches our eye. I love stuff like that, honestly, man. We learn just as much as you guys from time to time because there's so many players, there's so many teams.
Mm-hmm. It's the best. That's why it's so fun, though. Needle and haystack type stuff. 74.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's 800 million games with all these different props and players, and we have a list of 10. So definitely can't look through every single player in every single game. So yeah, appreciate it. We're at 11 likes. See, we need 4 more.
Let's go.
We need 4.
All right,
more.
so 4 more for the lucky sweep. 4 more. Let's talk about Terrace Reed and going under this PRA that is exceptionally high. Now they did bump his points down here recently. I think right before we hopped on, he was at 16.5 on most sites. PrizePicks was the last one to keep it up, but they just removed it right as we hopped on stream. I know we got the 31.5 written down. I mean, Is it worth taking it up one more point there instead of just playing at the 30.5?
Oh, we don't have to. Either way. Either way. I didn't know. I thought you wanted the 31.5, but yeah, let's change it to the 30. And what is it? 0.8 what?
0.81.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, still 2.83 with the normal play. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I do like that too.
All right. So, just looking at overall, I mean, honestly, there is a marginal hit rating difference. There's a 2-game difference between the 30 and the 31. So, take that for what you will. But I still think this is just way too high of a line for him. I mean, both of the games they played already this season were bloodbaths, not even close. UConn should be able to clean up pretty easily here. And again, this is another team that I feel like they should rest their starters sooner than later. Like, having to play these consecutive games really can wear on some folks. But they are coming off of being fully rested. They haven't played since the 7th. And this particular matchup, I mean, he just really struggled with fouls. Also on top of the blowout situation. But, I mean, you look at him so far. Recently, I know somewhat more of a scary matchup. But last game, I mean, Marquette, absolutely joke of a defense inside the paint in particular. No surprise there. Also having 10 rebounds is a bit higher than what we've seen from him, you know, in most of the season. But these have been some really good matchups. I mean, honestly, getting favorable spots like that, not so surprising at the end of the season, but for him, still a big variance in how many minutes he plays per game. We've seen him numerous times get into first half trouble. The matchup is scarier. Yes, I will admit that 100%. It is a more favorable matchup, but I think the team's just been clicking way too well recently. I mean, we've seen Solo Ball playing a lot better lately. Silas is still shooting the ball a fair amount. And even Caravan, I mean, he's been Mr. Consistent so far all season, you know, one of the low-key heroes of the team right now. And I think it's with it being playoff time, they're going to go to more of the vetted players. And for Reed, I mean, we just wheel that upside. We wheel, honestly, 2 different upsides. One, if the game blows out, he loses out on minutes. And then 2, if he gets into foul trouble at any point, I mean, coach has been completely fine benching him with 2 fouls and not bringing him back. So always get that in our favor. And I think for this matchup, you know, he would have to get to the free throw line an absurd amount of times. The only way we're losing this prop, I think personally, is if he scores somewhere between 18 and 20 points and then still fills it up with the RA. But if he falls flat somewhere in that, you know, 12 to 15 range scoring wise, I just don't foresee him getting, you know, 16 RA on top of that. There's no way.
Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. It feels kind of like Christian Anderson and Sturts. Their PRAs are great players. The matchups were hard for them. This matchup's easy, but his line's way higher than normal. So I like that. I like that little give and take type thing. I'm good with that. It's too high. It's way high. He can get there and he can hurt us, but another one of those ones, man. Just a good play. Just a good play for the value.
Yeah, and even his 28.5 line, I'm totally fine with this. I think this is well worth a sprinkle if you don't have access to Underdog. Completely fine playing this on PrizePicks as well.
Cool. And I think I got the list right now. $30.5. Okay. Coolio. Oh, I almost forgot. C-Dot's here. Oh, shit. Did that scare you? Sorry.
Nah. Oh, you're good. What's up, man? Glad to have you. Hopefully all is well.
He says hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. Yay! That's what's up, bro. And we're at 12 likes, E. We need 3 more likes, guys. 3 more likes. It has been wonderful for us. Well, every time we get 15 likes, we've had a great day. So let's do it. And it will be good luck for your bets as well. We're all going to win today.
Yep. It'll help you with the sweeper.
Sweeperoo. Okay, cool. So where are we at now?
Yeah, so let's keep going. We'll just kind of, I think, rattle off the rest of these mid-tier stuff. Maybe see if we want to move it up to a more of a main play. But
sure.
We got Big Henry, recent rematch with Clemson. They just played 2 games ago as well. And I mean, for Henry, we did see the minutes come back up a little bit more. No surprise, he got into foul trouble the last time they played. I think he had 2 fouls in the first half. Still ended the half pretty reasonable. He had like a 6-3-2 or 6-3-1, something like that. But obviously, the foul trouble, losing out on some minutes there. Not an easy matchup. I mean, Clemson, I will say they've held their own against a lot of teams, especially a lot of active, more bigs, if you will. The only concern I would have in the slightest is we did lose Wellington on the other side for Clemson. I think he like broke his leg or broke his knee basically, but he's done for the rest of the season now. And it'll be the first time seeing him not necessarily out of the starter position, but just out in general. So they will lose a little bit of paint presence there. I think for this matchup, though, I mean, the best way to attack Clemson, we saw it last night, was any kind of active slashing guard. I mean, Juke Harris put in some easy work against them, getting to the free throw line, getting in space, being able to create his own shot. But with Henry, not really the case. I mean, he's more of a pick and pop and kind of, lob up the sky hooks or the hook shot and all that stuff, if you will. And also still potential for foul trouble. I mean, there is still that looming over for this matchup. For him, it is a pace down. I mean, there's nothing extra special about that. What's the game total, if you have that in front of you by chance?
I do not, but I will look. Where can I find it? Quick and fast. Oh, here we go.
Okay. I gotcha. 140?
What's it? 140?
140? Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, pretty well what we expected. Nothing extra on either side. The RA matchup for him, pretty difficult. I do think he could be kind of annoying with the free throw opportunity from time to time. I mean, he is good about drawing foul, but the overall just doesn't really bode well for him whatsoever. One thing also that Clemson's been phenomenal about is they really limit offensive rebounding. That is not something they allow a lot to many centers or many forwards whatsoever. So if he's not getting that opportunity, especially for second chance putbacks or going to the free throw line, I mean, we've seen his points in particular. This has been a struggle aspect of him. And even in the absence of Caleb Wilson, I mean, we're not seeing anything extra scoring-wise from him. So I know the matchups have been a little bit more difficult, but, I mean, this is still the same idea. It might not be Duke necessarily, but it's still Clemson, Louisville type, and they held him in check really well. I think this is a fair matchup for it. The line is a little bit lower for good reason. Do we have, 26.5?
27.5.
27, okay. Yeah, so honestly, I mean, I think it's a real solid look. I mean, he hasn't done anything extraordinary to really impress me. And on any given night that we see Trimble or one of the other guards actually step up, which I do think Trimble is going to be needed today, I will say that. I would not be surprised if Trimble had a really high scoring game and a ton of free throws, because that is something he's really good at. But tough spot for Henry. Haven't really seen it over the last 10 games now, and not an easy matchup.
Who do you think's going to change up with Wellington out? Like, what's that going to change? I know he's decent, but is he amazing? Like, is this a really big, is this a really big issue here? Or are we feeling okay about Clemson's defense just in general without him? We don't have much to go on, huh?
I mean, we have a little bit. I mean, there's been several games he's been in and out of the starting lineup. So, like I said, it's not like we haven't seen him not be in with the starters. We haven't seen him miss any games this season, so that is a first. But even 2 games ago, I mean, he didn't start, and they had – who's the other guy? Nick Davidson. Has he been a starter the whole time? Okay, so I think Nick Davidson is going to get a start.
Okay, I was gonna say you should have tailed that hedge play. The hedge play won on the soccer. Dang,
That's okay. Hey, I had to fade it so you guys would hit one of those at least.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So Nick Davidson, I think, gets a start here. I mean, he's played pretty well as of recent. The only thing with him is he does get a little handsy. He is a little foul prone from time to time. But I mean, other than that, he's a big body. He's 6'10", 235, so only losing out on an inch and like 10 pounds versus the other guy, or 5 pounds, something like that. So not much of a trade-off there. Just can he keep the hands to himself? If he gets into foul trouble, Henry could get a little scary, but if he plays normal, I think that's fair enough.
Okay, cool. The other thing I saw about Henry that I liked was last night I was looking at his 15.5 points, and then this morning I looked and I was like, 14.5, damn. And then I looked at the rest of the stuff and I was like, wait a minute. The way they set his PRA up is kind of funny. Like, let's see. So he's 14.5 points, 7.5 rebounds with juice on the under, 1.5 assists with juice on the under. You add that up, that's 9 and 14 is 23.5, and we're getting 27.5. I mean, I know it's 25.5 normal, but I'm just saying we're getting a really big, I don't know, discounted price, I think you could say. I love our deal we're getting on him, which made it extra nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think 100%. It's a way more of a fair line than the 24, 25.5. 24.5, I think he was at yesterday, was a little scary, but I mean, it's all about his points. I mean, I think truly the RA has been very random from game to game with him, and if he goes for 18 to 20 points, then we're probably cooked. But other than that,
I mean,
I don't know, man. I just don't see it.
How did his points go? Like you said, his PRA was 24.5 yesterday. How did his points go down? His PRA went up. I don't know, but I'm going to take the under PRA if they want to do that.
They moved his rebounds from 6.5 to 7.5.
Still, 1.5 assists, juice on the under. 7.5 rebounds, juice on the under. That's 9 with lots of juice on the under. 14.5 plus 9 is 23.5. I'm no calculus star, but damn, that's wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at it, honestly. I think it's a real sharp look. Not mad.
Again, he could go out there and go crazy, but I just don't think he has it in him. They're not gonna. I don't see him just feeding Henry to get this game won. I just don't see it. I mean, it could happen, but I haven't seen them use him like he's a Caleb Wilson. He's just out there, trying to make the team win. He's going to be a good team player. He's not going to force shots up and, do all that kind of stuff. Like you said, the points are the most important here. I think we got a nice look. You want to move it to half? I do. He sounds like you're a little more on board now that we looked through it.
Who, with Henry?
Yeah, we can move Henry to the half unit.
Yeah, might as well.
Let's go.
We want to slide old Reed over there too while we're at it.
Yeah. No, seriously, they're both really. I like them both a lot. And then we'll leave Rob and Yaxel. You're gonna go over those, but they'll probably stay in the mid tier here.
Yeah. Just to be safe. I mean, Rob is a little bit more on the discounted side, so there is that. But he got banged up 2 games ago, ended up exiting early in this Kansas State game. And then this last game, he had some flashes of life and looking like he was kind of, back in the swing of it. But I don't know. He still looked a little skittish on the shooting. He started off pretty well, and then the end of the game was really, really bad for him. Favorable line. It is, I will say. He should be at least like 27, 28 and a half, and we're up in that range. But 25.5 for this matchup does make a lot of sense. I mean, Houston, one of the best defenses in the league. They've been really, really good about limiting just, general production. But for him, it's really just the amount of threes and how many times can he get to the free throw line. Any of those games that he struggled shooting, less than 2 threes or not getting multiple trips to the free throw, it's been kind of a struggle for him. So doesn't really wield a whole lot of 3-point upside either. So I mean, it's really relying on that mid-range game, which yes, we've seen him, he barely got there for the 16.5 line the last time they played, but they really kept the RA in check. I mean, that was something that was really, really low for him. So I do like picking on this aspect of it because 7.5 RA is very, very fair for him as a prop line. And then you just bake in the points on top of that. I think honestly, dude, we're just sweating the scoring aspect from him. Like that's really the biggest thing here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and it's Houston. So, like you said, if Devonta figures out how to pass the ball and get it to him, cool. But 17 is still a lot of points against Houston. It just is.
Yeah, no, that's a lot. I wouldn't be surprised to see him, somewhere in that 14 to 16 range, but needing that 17 down the stretch might be a little bit difficult. If he's not coming out of the gates hot, I mean, he's really come up short on this point prop. So I'm not mad at it, man, honestly. If the line was higher, I would love this even more. But since he's been playing really bad the last 2 games, they kind of take it down a lot more. Because bro was just at 27 and even 30 PRA a couple games ago.
He was. The matchups were easy though. The last matchup was easy, but he was coming off injury, so I think I think we still got a decent line here because of his recent balling and Saunders being out. I think we're getting a nice little. It's definitely worth a lean.
Yeah, I think so. I think that is totally fair to say.
You had to pick. Gun to your head. Goes under, you live. Goes over, you die. You're going under.
Yep, rooting for him to fail.
It's mean, but I guess.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
No, it's not. We're not rooting for him to fail. We just want him to get a little less than we had it for.
Yeah, honestly. Yaxel 9.5, right?
9.5.
Yeah, this is quite a steep line for him. I mean, we've seen elevated minutes down the stretch here, which has been kind of, our begrudging part of him all season. This he just wasn't playing his normal minutes, but minutes a lot up more recently. I mean, I do expect him in a close game, or if it is close, he's likely going to play 36 to 38 minutes, but not the most ideal matchup. I know, obviously, this last game, he went crazy with 14 rebounds, which was season high. Yeah, season high performance for him. So a little bit muddied up the water there. He had 9 rebounds the game before that, but
I just thought of something with that game. Let's look at that game. Is maybe Morez got in foul trouble, or Mara didn't play much? Like, maybe there's something to that game where he had 14. You know what I mean? Like, of course it's Ohio State, so that's a little scary. But
sure.
I mean, 10. We need the Axel to get under 10. I mean, jeez, he shouldn't get 10. I don't care if he got 14.
All right, so we got Morez, foul trouble, only played 24 minutes. Still ended with 12 rebounds, which is insane. But,
wow.
Yeah, he had 12, 14. Ohio State was just shooting terrible. They got bailed out with some free throw action. Let's see, the other game, Morez, foul trouble again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, Morez being out basically in limited minutes in both of these games was a big contributing factor.
Okay.
Mara still played well. I mean, he had 6 rebounds in both games.
They played more than I thought. I thought maybe we'd find something in there to make us feel a little bit better, but that didn't do anything for me. I'm still scared now. But it's still it's similar to the last play we were speaking of. It's worth a play. It's Rob Wright feeling.
Yeah, I mean, for the kind of payout we're getting for this, I mean, even the 8.5 line, for argument's sake, I think is still completely fair to go under if you want a regular payout. No surprise, PrizePicks does not offer it right now. The 8.5, I think, is totally fair, but the 9.5, I mean, real solid look for that kind of payout.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's talk about one other play I'm kind of on the fence about, but anytime we get a person moving into the starting lineup and they don't really make many adjustments, I think we have to have a little bit of interest here. But Pop Isaacs moved into starters for the Texas A&M last 2 games, and I know he's shooting very efficient. So let's take this with a grain of salt. He is a 3-point mixed bag shooter. I do like the fact that he's getting to the free throw line, especially against Kentucky and LSU. They typically don't allow too many free throws, but had 6 and 8 free throws, and even 4 in the game before that, where he basically started playing more elevated minutes, but did play in overtime the last game. I mean, 45 minutes is quite impressive. But even the game before that, 29 minutes, I think is totally fair. He should play somewhere between 28 and 32 minutes. His line is pretty low. I really, really wish it was at 10.5. That, I think, is the ideal marker, because a lot of these games that he started or played more elevated minutes, I mean, we see he is a capable scorer. Again, we're relying still kind of on that free throw 3-point opportunity, but it's a low line. I mean, if he's going to go out and play 30 some odd minutes, having at least the second option or third option on the team is somewhat appealing. It feels like a T.O. Barrett style play where they haven't moved on his line or recent games because everything else has looked so bad. But if he is a starter and he goes out and puts up somewhere between 8 and 10 field goal attempts, I mean, he's been good for 11 points. So I would like it at 10.5. I will say I'm really, really hoping they're going to bump it down, because it was pretty heavily juiced on the under. Yeah, 0.88 for the under. So keep an eye out for this. This is a later game. If this moves down to 10.5, I think this is worth at least a mid-tier.
Big pop. All righty.
Big pop.
We're at 12 likes still, E. We need 3 more. We need 3 more. 3 more.
Let's go. Who are our 3 luckies out there? Make sure to hit that like button down below. Help you get a sweep on the day.
Yeah. And if you're watching late, and you're not watching live, and you're still, the like button still works. And we will be at 15, hopefully before the games tip off a little bit later. That would be wonderful.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay, well, we are creeping up towards the top of the hour. I do believe this Purdue game starts in about 33 minutes, so we're probably going to skedaddle, get out of here, and see if there's any kind of last-minute stuff that we can find. And as these games are concluding, they are populating plays for the next day already, so we've seen a couple of them go up already.
Yeah, Axel's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was looking for.
So we'll keep
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I was looking for a Michigan guard to go under their rebounds against Ohio State, but they already on to us for that one. Cadeau was at like 2.5. Like, nope, can't do that.
Yeah,
can't do that.
Oh, they know. They absolutely know. I will say too. I mean, I know
13.
he got in some foul trouble against them, but
love him. But yeah, it's just a little high for him though. I feel like you really got to have a good game to get there. Which he can, and he probably will, but yeah, so scary, right, to go over?
Yep. You never know with the foul trouble.
Mm-hmm.
We
got 13. Someone hit 13. Someone hit the likey. Let's go. 2 more, guys. 2 more. Oh, shit.
2 more.
We're getting there.
Let's see. Trey Carroll, I still think they did bump his points up to 18.5. So we talked about this last night. 17.5 was a little bit scarier. 18.5, I feel a little bit better about. They bumped his PRA line down quite a bit too. So they're trying to entice you to trapped into that. I do think the points under is probably still the best route for him, but he's a little scary. Little bit.
He is. They go to him every play, and if they're getting their butt whooped, they might just hand him the ball and say, go, try, get fouled.
Yeah, for real.
Nothing worse than those losing games where the dudes just hit 10 free throws on you. Those unders. Nothing worse. Malik.
Yeah, so this was another one I kind of at least want to bring up here. His 7.5 points I think is really, really appealing. I mean, he's still playing exactly like Patrick in basically the same role, same situation. His field goal volume looked almost identical, somewhere between that 8 to 10 field goal attempt range. I think is totally fine for him. But he looked good in this last game. I mean, 10 field goal attempts, put up 15 points. I think the rebound line is very appropriate for him. This is something they've already adjusted to what it should be. But I think the points are still pretty low. I mean, Patrick was at least 8.5, all the way up to even 10.5 in a couple of games. But the fact that they got him at 7.5 for a player who should play 30 minutes, I mean, he did this last game. Easier matchup, not having to deal with Henry and company down low. You know, Florida State is a pretty easy matchup. So at 7.5 is real damn low. Real low. He should be 8.5.
Yeah. Okay. I feel the same about Sarr, to be honest with you. 8.5 points is he was a nice under guy earlier in the season because he wasn't doing anything, and they just took him off the board for a while because he was not starting and not getting minutes. But now that he's getting minutes, he's a shooter, bro, and this is a team to shoot against. I do not mind that 8.5. Am I going to play it? No, I am not. But I definitely wouldn't be surprised. And I can just say mentioned on stream later. And if he doesn't get there, I'll just be quiet.
Yeah, man. Honestly, both of these guys, I think, can get a lot more involved in this matchup because we haven't seen both Patrick and Caleb be out. So their minutes at least are going to be there. I mean, that for sure should be an option. But I think the volume is, or the point prop that they both have is low enough for not only the matchup, but just at least what their rough volume should look like. So even Sarr, I would say the PRA, not too terribly mad at it. I wish he had a PA option. That would be a little bit sweeter because he could easily get 2 to 3 assists here for new positional duties that we have going on. But yeah, 8.5 points, quite low.
That'll be a fun game to watch. Late night game. Man, there's some good. Actually, that's not late night, huh? That's in an hour.
Yeah, it's not too far off at all.
Cool. Then tomorrow's the championship games. Oh boy, let's go! I get to go to my tax guy. Yay, let's go! Woohoo! Fun. It's like going to a dentist.
You are not going to be available for the normal daytime stream tomorrow, right?
Yep. I will be gone tomorrow. But like we talked before, we shall hopefully try to be back tonight, right? Plus,
I think
if you look at the schedule, most of the games are before the stream tomorrow anyway, so tonight will actually probably be a better thing to do anyways. It'll actually be fun because they're going to be dropping all the plays tonight.
Yep. We might have to get after it, or they'll take down the CBB board again.
Yeah. No, I bet you when we're on stream and right before stream, we're going to find some bangers tonight. So if you guys are watching and you're not subscribed, make sure you sub so you see a notification when we go live tonight. We are going to find some bangers tonight. I guarantee it. They're going to drop some stuff just wrong because they have to go too fast. The guys that are playing today, they got to put props up for tomorrow. Matchups are going to change depending on who wins. They're not going to be ready, bro. They're going to throw some wrong stuff tonight. Watch. We're going to get some bangers.
Yes, sir. That's the plan. That is the plan. At least some early value.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, we are going to get on out of here. It's about that time. So make sure if you haven't already, hit that like button on the way out. We appreciate support as always. Join the Discord. Still running 7-day free trial for that. Hop in and win money with us. But good luck tonight, fam. We'll catch you guys back here later. And have a good one. Peace.
But I've had enough.
Just cash.